So, hello everyone. I am Ravina and I'm one of the co-founders of Enterprise Bot. Think about the last time you called customer service. You probably were on hold for a long time, and then you were greeted by an IVR that had you press 1, 2, 3, 5, God knows what decimal place. We are looking to solve the problem of repetitive queries coming into contact centers. For enterprises to make sometimes this frustrating customer service even available to you, they pay as high as $2 per call. And these calls can last up to 6 minutes on an average. What we're looking to do is automate about 60% of these queries that come in. For the remaining 40%, we're looking to hand it off to a live agent. So we use AI, and yes, we make chatbots. That's something you probably don't want to hear because chatbots are a little done to death, but we do things differently. So what we have done is we have introduced the world's first chat logs to chatbot platform, which means that when a company has an existing human chat system or a CRM, we're able to take that data and we're able to autonomously cluster this. So as an enterprise, all you need to do is give us that data, upload it in a simple CSV format, and let our AI do the magic for you. There are a lot of chatbot players out there. So there's systems that are the regular non-AI, very beautiful conversational interfaces such as ChatFuel, such as Core. And then there's the likes of IBM and Nuance and the others. What makes it different for us is that we're able to cut down the time to actually create these chatbots and the manual effort that actually goes behind this AI. This is not something that we're just talking about, but we've partnered with global brands such as Generali, an insurance company. We have the Stock Exchange of Switzerland, SIX. We're also working with PwC, for example. So this is something where these companies have been able to really benefit from our technology. Our business model is very simple. It's a subscription-based SaaS model. In terms of our market validation, I think this is the biggest testament to our growth. We've been around only for about a year, and we've been able to get revenues of close to 400,000. This is a huge market. So the chatbot market is going to be close to 1.25 billion, according to some research. That is about 25% of annual market growth. In terms of our fundraising, we're looking to raise a seed round of 2.5 million, and this is really to grow our traction and be able to reach our target of annual recurring revenue of 2.5 million. So we believe that each enterprise will have their own personal customer service assistant in the next decade or so, and we invite you to be a part of this revolution. Thank you.
So this is a space where I've spent a bunch of time, actually. And some of the, I think, companies that maybe didn't show up on the logo page that are competitors, right, are out there, have raised capital and do the same, sort of unsupervised chat log ingestion and then kind of coming out with responses, right? So how are you going to stand out from some of the slightly farther along players?
Sure. So far, some of the companies that we worked with that I've named have actually worked with players such as an IBM. But what we're able to really bring to the table is team, traction, tempo, and technology. And the most important for us is technology. So although there are some unsupervised learning platforms, what is not done so far is using existing contact center data. So in fact, when we started off, this was not something that we started with. We started with a pure natural language processing play. And then we were approached by one of the largest contact center companies headquartered in New York that actually asked us for this product and said that if you are able to build something like this, it doesn't exist. And so that's how we're here.
Oftentimes, it can be difficult to get the chat log data out of an existing system, especially for a large enterprise.
Sure.
So what has your experience been like working with enterprise IT system?
Sure, that's a great question. So for us, although we're moving more and more towards the subscription model system, we also worked as an implementation company. So with a client such as Generali, for example, it's quite complicated to actually get access to this data. So with them, we were able to build an email bot where we integrated with their Outlook servers directly on-site, on-premise for them. And our team of linguists and our team of experts were able to help them get this data. And now more and more with the existing systems such as Salesforce, Zendesk, the common ones, we're able to streamline the process and give very easy instructions of how to port it into a CSV or a simple file format.
So it seems like the customers that would benefit the most are the very large enterprises. But there are also some unique challenges, such as sometimes the person buying it doesn't even know how their own CRM system works, and so forth and so on. It's a very complex sales cycle. Given the other players in the space, especially like an IBM or even a Deloitte, I know they're kind of working on this area as well. How do you think you could stand out relative to these people who have maybe even built the CRM systems of your target clients?
So for us, that's right, that it's not only about large enterprises, and we're really looking to scale. In terms of what sets us apart in the enterprise world, it's a lot to do also with the agility. So when you look at the larger players, if you look at a large bank that's trying to deploy an IBM or a Microsoft platform, it takes them close to 18 to 24 months at least to have something that's actually working. So I'm not talking about a chatbot that you can just make and deploy on Facebook that you can play around with, but a chatbot that actually helps you save costs and actually helps you increase customer service. So a big part of these projects is also just defining the right use case for your company and improving data quality. So these are things where we really add value as a startup.
So you talked about your market as sort of this overall sort of standard chatbot market. That's probably not your full vision. Where do you see this going from there? Where do you want to expand it to?
Absolutely, that's right. So for us, we're looking into, so we are focused on natural language processing. So we mainly work in Europe, and we have very strong NLP in German, Dutch, French, Italian, and English. And we don't use just translate features off of Google or existing libraries, but this is something that we've built from scratch. For us, the focus really is on expanding within this realm of NLP. So we have, for example, our email bot product that came out of our conversations and our work with Generali. We also have a Mia assistant product, which is going to be the world's first assistant bot that helps with German scheduling, for example. So our vision is really much bigger than a chatbot, and we're not really one of those traditional chatbot companies. We do a lot more than just that.
Can you talk about why you decided to start this company? What gave you the idea?
Sure. So I was actually running a tech startup before this as well, and that was more on the B2C side. We were invited by Barclays in Mumbai for a hackathon, and then we got accepted into Startup Bootcamp. So our journey really started with Startup Bootcamp in London, and we got some quick traction then.
Thank you, Ravina.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.